Hello everyone, it's Thursday the 24th of July today. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels, and it's a new moon today as well, which is really powerful because we moved into Leo season yesterday, bringing in all this motivation and strength and power and the opportunity to do things in a new way. And now we've got the new moon bringing in that freshness. So I'm going to bring in the oracles of light, shadows and light today. I used this deck in yesterday's reading to bring in a message. So what's this day bringing in with the new moon? What do we need to know? Thank you, angels. So I feel it's this card here. So the message is we've got carnivorous flower fairy, a tempting offer as a high price. Now this is really interesting because yesterday we spoke about in the daily love reading, setting boundaries down and doing things in a new way. So you may actually get tempted today to do things in the old way. It says a tempting offer has a high price. So it may feel okay in that moment, but the high price is that there may be pain after. So for example, if you reach out when you know you should be holding back, the high price may be that you get ghosted or nothing happens. And then you start overthinking, you go into your own pain. Or maybe you think, I need to set a boundary down and not allow that person to come over and see me. If they are still with someone else, they need to release that person first. And if you think, oh, well, I really want to see them, it can't hurt, and they come over, the high price could be that then perhaps you don't speak for days or weeks after, or you feel used, or you feel abandoned, or you go through some kind of pain. This could also resonate in another way. So it's not just about love. This could be something at work. Maybe you're thinking, oh, it can't hurt doing this, or maybe this is about something you want to buy. Maybe you're thinking, well, I really want that thing. And then you buy it, and then perhaps you are needing to save a bit more after, or it isn't worth the high price. Or maybe you are tempted by something that is a high price. And you think, well, I really want it, so I'm going to get it anyway. And then perhaps you struggle after. So it really is about recognizing how much do you need something in this moment? Can you do without it right now? Is it something that's benefits you in this moment? So I feel this about you seeing things in a higher way, from a higher place, and observing what's going on around you today and what you're thinking and feeling, and thinking, will this benefit me in the long term, not just in the short term? Because sometimes we can do things in a short term or in a short time frame of mind, thinking about the now, when we do have to think about what will happen after. So obviously we are guided to live in the moment and be in the now, but if something has a high price later down the line, you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it now? Is it really worth it at this moment? And I do feel this is connected with setting a boundary down or doing something in a brand new way, which we thought about before, you know, what we spoke about in yesterday's reading. Now the carnivorous as well could also be a huge sign. This could be to do with something you are indulging in. So it may be blocking my throat chakra there. So there could also be issues with communication. So you may be offered something over a meal. Maybe you go out for a drink with someone, or you go out for a meal with someone. It could be a boss. It can offer you something. You think, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Maybe it will be putting more hours in at work, and maybe you're being guided to take a step back or change things in your schedule. So there's many things this can mean. It may seem tempting in the short term, but in the long term it might have a higher price. It may affect your health in some way, or may not be good for you in some way. And also with the carnivorous there, what I'm feeling is this is about things you're eating and drinking. So for example, you might think, oh, it doesn't hurt to have some alcohol right now, but you may get a hangover later. So that's the high price you pay for enjoying yourself in the short term. Or you may think, I want to eat this food, but you know, perhaps it's going to give you a stomach ache, or you're going to get indigestion. So I really feel this about you being more conscious about what you are doing, what you are consuming, what you're putting your energy into, and things that you are perhaps being guided to do in a new way. And that really, again, resonates with yesterday. So that's the message I've got coming through. I'm also going to bring in an extra card for the new moon, because obviously it is the new moon today. So again, we can get tested around moon cycles, because it's God's way, or the universe's way of saying, have you learnt your lesson? So you may actually get tempted to do something you've always done, and you say, no, I'm not going to do it that way anymore. I'm going to be motivated to do it differently. Because the price is too high. So yeah, you've got to make a date with them in the 5D. So you can meet up with them in different ways. You haven't got to meet up with them in the 3D world. Meet up with them in the 5D. They give me a block in the nose, and I haven't actually got a runny nose, but it's intuition. Your intuition is blocked when you are thinking with the ego, or with your loins, or, you know, with you're thinking, I just want them. So maybe they say, right, shall we meet up? And you think, well, I really want to see them, so yes, I want to, but you know, you're really thinking to yourself, well, I know I shouldn't do because of this, or this. So instead, you can actually entertain them in the 5D instead. You can make a date with them in the 5D. Maybe you've worked really hard to find your strength and power through a little bit of separation, and coming back together in the physical, you know, the block in my throat, or communicating before you're both really ready, or before it's ready to move forward into something real and concrete, would cause you more pain. So you've got to be very honest with yourself when you're setting boundaries down, and think, well, I may want to see them and speak to them, but I can see them and speak to them through the 5D, through the connection we have in a spiritual way, especially until things are ready to progress in a more new, real, committed way. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.